Bow. 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 Meow. Meow. Game is still Tunguska. I knew I missed something. Alright, let me change that. Alright, we have updated. Every now and then I do miss something. Anyway, hello. The KQ from Longington here, and tonight we are in fact doing plants, not secret files. I bought this game because I like the demo for the sequel to this game, which is a weird way to go about things, but I have never claimed to go about things logically. This is Strange Horticulture. It is a game about running a plant shop that sells weird plants. Probably occult plants, mystical plants. Let me tell you something, if we don't get to eat one of the plants, I will be very let down. I want to eat a plant. One nice thing about plants. Crunchy. Sometimes even tasty, and true. What a good tune. Alright, I guess, I really know nothing in particular about what we're doing this game. I assume that we're selling people, like, dark and horrible plants for their dark and horrible deeds. And, I'm totally into that. So... But I do want to eat, you know, some of these plants as a salad. Nom nom nom. Also, the artwork. As you can see in the bottom left corner of your screen, makes us look like we're playing as John Pertwee. So, maybe we're a doctor. Who knows? It is a slow brain day tonight, I think. Indeed, a doctor who does things and who has a big round mouth, like rah. As I was saying, slow brain day because, I don't know. I am somewhat young. I had awakeness juice and all, but I am, slowly piecing it together. Speaking of piecing it together, let's get over to the, other scene and get this game started. Hello, Jaffa. Let's see what we can do with this game. We're captured. We're captured. From Iceberg Interactive. Do not lick. Bad Viking. Go away. Strange Horticulture. Anything in the options that I should be messing with? Maybe slightly less music volume. We're good. The streets of Undermere are narrow and claustrophobic. In many places, the buildings lean out at the upper floors so neighbors can reach across and shake hands. Or more likely, exchange unpleasantries. Not pictured here, because these buildings are quite far away from each other. Unless the neighbors have 6-foot-long gibbon arms, which I'm not going to rule out. Strange Horticulture, the small that's literally the name of your shop. Okay. Is a small shop situated away from the main thoroughfares, but it has the advantage of being one of the few buildings in Undermere that stands alone. Plants, you may have noticed, need a light, and light is in short supply at street level in this town. Makes sense. Recently, the shop passed to me after the death of my uncle. There is much to learn, but one thing is already clear. The rare and unusual plants that he stocked have their uses after all. This game features small text. If you're having trouble reading, you can hold shift to zoom. Oh yeah, you sure can. I approve of this. I found it, an excerpt on the elusive wandering boo. Come to the library in Ambleside and I'll tell you all about it. I even found something on the gilded dendra that may be of interest. Simone. Give Hellbore a good scratch behind the ears for me. I assume I'm not Hellbore. I assume this is Hellbore. No, this is fine. Alright, we've got the will to explore, a closer inspection, and a writhing dread. I have neither the time nor the inclination. You can water your plants during the will to explore. Drag a plant here to take a closer look at it. I have a growing fear deep within me. I cannot let it take hold. Okay, this is Kitty. And here are all of our plants. Okay. I guess we can water them. Although, there's enough water out there to water a water. Is our watering can infinite? Ah, you need to water them for a specific amount of time. I'm just gonna earn enough for a full bar, and then we'll move on. Give me will. Give me willpower. There, we've harvested the dark desire to explore shit. Kitty. I must have walked past this shop 100 times without ever bothering to look. Oh, I have stuff. What a wonderful place to spend your day, surrounded by plants. I came here because I have an unusual request. At night I hear whispered voices, too faint to hear clearly, coming from the floor above me. But nobody lives up there. The rooms are empty. My curiosity has got the better of me. I must find out what they're saying. So we have to give her St. John's Bippy. Poppy. Alright, hold on. Yeah, shut up for a minute, man. What is this? A Book of Plants by Voynier. Oh my god. I'm gonna be using the fucking magnifying glass a lot because everything is tiny. The vibrant petals of this power can be brewed to create a draught. It can improve the hearing ability. Bright red with a yellow center. Well, that's easy enough. Can I lower the resolution to make everything bigger? No. At best, I could, like, smush the window down a bit, but that's about it. What is auto-labeling? Simplified text. Alright, let's try that. Oh, that is easier to read. I feel like I've lost some of the atmosphere, but it is easier to read. Alright, let's check out some other stuff. What's in here? A map of Undermere. Still gonna need this. Oh, this map shows exact distances away from me. That's nice. A magnifying glass, which... and a coin. Give them a thing, it tells it as being the thing they asked for. Labels? Yeah, here's labels. Otherwise, I'd have to do that manually, I assume. Letters. Dangerous plant grows sparsely in the hills to the northeast of Backbarrow. Keep it secret. Interesting. Alright, so, St. John's Bippy. Bright red, yellow center. Bright red, yellow center. I have anything else that fits that criteria? I have nothing else that's fucking red except for this, so yeah. Alright, let's give her some St. John's Bippy. Yep. You must find out what they are saying. The flowers are red with a sweet scent, okay. Book entry. According to legend, clavellum can be used to open any lock, no matter how complex or secure. The heart-shaped leaves have earned the plant the name Lovelock. Where I have included sketches, these are not always intended as an aid to identification. In other words, don't rely on the art. Take extra care when dealing with poisonous plants. I don't have any gloves. I feel like I should have gloves. I don't know what that is. Yeah, okay. Good morning. Bloody awful weather out there today. Good for the plants, though, eh? Got a letter for you. Gosforth is a hateful town. I was beaten and robbed and left to die in the streets. After many days, I was rescued by a kind stranger, just as I had come to fear that wickedness had infected the heart of every soul in that cursed place. Sir, this is a Wendy's. I began my recovery in the woods to the south of town with a group of travelers. On the northeast corner of the wood, I sat and stared at a bright flower, and tears flowed down my face at the reminder that there is beauty in this world. I shall be returning to Undermere soon. Warmest regards, Amos Duncan. Gosmere, you say? God's fourth. That's up here. And presumably, in this, like, quadrant is where the plant grows, I think. Northeast. No, it's up here. So if I went, like, right here, maybe I could get something. I don't know. These go in the letters drawer. Something's got those witches in the forest stirred up. They're not letting anyone through. I had to take the long way around, down through Back Barrow. Never did trust that sisterhood. Anyway, I'm here now, and I brought Fennett from the south to trade for some lemon dandy. Lemon dandy. Hardly worth the trouble when you factor in the extra miles I've had to cover to get here. Flower of the lemon dandy, curled leaves, looks like a peeled lemon rind. Could be one of these two. Are we keeping track of how long we've been busting heads for you now, I guess? Twitch is trying to, like, gamify, oh, you've watched this long, you've done it for this long, and, you know. Yes, you've noticed the dark patterns, they're very clever. It smells of nothing that I can detect. Okay. The smell is faintly off-putting, but not overpowering. Well, I don't know. Curled leaves that look like a peeled lemon rind. This is the only thing I can think of. Unless... the bulb is a soft yellow, the leaves are waxy. I don't know why I have this. I mean, I guess it could be this one. So let's give it a try. Probably I will, you know, get this wrong. That wasn't lemon dandy. I must be better prepared next time. I'm dreading everything, apparently. Yeah. So we're already in trouble. I've already fucked it up, but I don't care. This is a mushroom. That's not a plant. That's a mushroom. Mycelium aren't plants. Anyway, I'm glad that we know that, oh, wait. It's this. It's this, isn't it? Because they're all curled up. I know it looks nothing like this, but they did say don't look at the pictures for, they don't have mushroom stores. You gotta get your mushrooms at the plant store. I guess. Is this what you want? No. I'm already a failure. Curled leaves. Nothing here has curled leaves that look... Is it this? They're not really curled. Buddy, can you tell me what the plant you're looking for looks like? We're already stuck. Alright, what's the hint button do? I'm looking for a plant with curled leaves. I will fuck your mother. I know that! It's right here!
I want to be bad! I just sure some space ponies! I'm making gravy without the lumps!
I'm going to make gravy with many lumps. Right, we check every plant until we find one with curled leaves. Not that one, I don't think. Curled leaf. I mean, this has... Are they curled? I wouldn't call them curled. Stiff leaves. Definitely not curled leaves. Those leaves are stiff. This one I tried and it is incorrect. Wait. Curled leaves. And it looks exactly like the picture. Okay. I'm a dingus. It's probably this. Here. Good. Enjoy. Thank you. New plant acquired! Great. Do you remember what he called it? No. Actually, I don't. Let's start over. Let's start over and do this without the dread. The streets of Undermere are narrow and claustrophobic, not pictured here. This is our shop, Strange Horticulture. We plants. Put the letter away. First client wants... Yep. Unusual requests. They want to hear voices. St. John's Poppy. Book. Thing. St. John's Poppy. It is not red in the yellow center. Oh, I mean, it is red with a yellow center, but, they have moved all of the plants. That's cool. Anyway, here. Have a St. John's Bippy. We collected a book entry for Clavium, which tells us that these are not randomized. Hello, I have a letter for you. The letter gives me the drive to explore so I don't have to water plants. It's off at Gosford, on the northeast corner of the wood. Now I'm curious about this, so let's waste some time. On the northeast corner of the wood near Gosford, so I'm guessing here. Why did I come here? I am incorrect. Cool. Ah, witches in the forest. Back barrow. I've bought some fennel. Alright, we need the curly poof. You are a curly poof. Alright. Fennel. New plant acquired! No, no, you guys are thinking of Phoenix. I'm thinking of Fennel. We are not the same. Are you the new plant? You look like the new plant. I may have misspelled that. Oh well. My dreams are becoming more vivid. I saw a woman, her face hidden behind a mask, and next to her, a terrifying black skeletal creature. It stood tall, its roving head scanning the landscape, and though it had no discernible face, I could sense a hint of an expression about its features. It seemed to be laughing, but not the joyous laughter of a child. A sickly, horrifying laughter that chilled me like the first breath of winter. These past weeks have been getting worse. I need sleep. Oh, okay. Faye has vivid dreams, but has never considered other people do not. Well, that sounds like a Faye problem, not mine. What's a forest camphor? A strong-smelling bulb of this plant has a powerful soporific effect. A beautiful, rounded, dark blue cluster made up of many smaller flowers. They smell pleasant. That may not be correct. Pungent, but not unpleasant. Light, airy scent? No, probably not. Alright, so it could be this one, and it could be this one. A dark blue cluster. This is dark blue. And it says it has a bulb. So here's a bulb. Alright, I'm gonna guess this one. Yay, we got a book entry. Butterdale. Often found growing in clumps in Valleyside, Butterdale has been used for centuries as a cure for all manner of skin rashes. The dark green leaves can be stewed and mulched to form a poultice. The flowers smell buttery to some people. Kitty. Kitty. Got any wandering boo? That always reminds me of, what's his name? That old hermit inventor, the Wanderer. Anyway, the boo if you've got it. I don't think I do. Simone mentioned something about it in her note. I should visit the library in Ambleside. Excuse me, I'm just gonna step out for several hours. Why don't you watch the shop? In Ambleside. Ambleside. Aha. The library here in Ambleside is one of my favorite haunts. Simone, the librarian, is always helpful and friendly, and shares some of my passion for unusual plants. Today she's grinning ear to ear and can't wait to show me what she's found. Gilded dendra, do not drink the sap of this plant. Your lips and veins will turn black as the blood succumbs to Deandra's miasma. A sure and painful way to die. The poison is so potent that even touching the leaves of the plant can be painful. Delicious! Hey, no, come... Fuck. Where's my book? Wandering boo. The forest can move slowly in the dark and has been known to cover distances of several meters in a single night. The gills on the underside of this mushroom form beautiful flowing lines. They're also hard and sharp, earning this plant the nickname Fingersbane. Give that to the next person who wants to eat delicious. Do I have any wandering blue? Boo, 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 boo. It can glow in... Okay, no, it can move in the dark. Yeah, it is a mushroom. Feels like rough glass paper. Maybe. We'll put that over there. Smells of soured milk, bad enough to make my eyes wander. Probably not. Water, not wander. It does not make my eyes wander off out of my head. Not as spongy as most mushrooms. The undersides are somewhat sharp. Red warts protrude from the caps. Alright, I think this might be it. Cool. Lady of Summer! The leaves curl around delightfully, which combined with an attractive flower and a hardy nature make this a sought-after ornamental plant. Aids with conditions of memory deterioration associated with old age. Well, shit, I ought to be eating this by the handful. Again, though, I want to... Maybe we just have to go straight to Godford. I should not have come here. A darkness hangs over this town like an executioner's blade. I feel a rising dread in my chest. Okay, well, we got more dread. I was kind of hoping for something useful, like an actual plant. In the woods to the south of the town... Oh, I should have gone down here. Well, that's... You know what? Let's water some plants and try again. Yeah, the note is basically fuck Gosford. I should have read through to the forest part. So I did fuck up a little bit, but hopefully we can recover from that. What does the dread do exactly? It rises. Makes you have a nervous breakdown. You need to clear a minigame to get out of. Okay. Alright, they say the northeast part of the forest, which is right next to the river RIL. The wood has a calming effect on my mind. It does me good to escape into nature, away from the stench and clamor of Undermere. It is not long before I spy a bright flower among the trees. Mine now. New plant acquired! It's... blue. Purple. Alright, this is gonna be tedious, but... Here's the plants we've identified go over here. So if we know what something is, it goes over there. Otherwise... we'll just put it all over here. Grab this sheet of paper, which is a little bulb, or a little bell. I don't know what it's for. Alright, let's close the shop. Oh, hey, but the bulb bell thingy is part of the logo. It started when she found something. Something she was not meant to find. A book, tucked away in a forgotten corner of the Ambleside Library. Row H, the Third River. Saturday. Row H, the Third River. Where would that be? Row H, River 1, River 2. That's a lake. The Third River. Doesn't look much like this. Might have skipped one. 1, 2, 3. Or, 1, 2, 3, 4? The words are more important than the image. Alright, well, this is row H and the third river. Let's hit that shit. A dead deer in the river. Yellow bone protruding from matted hide and rotting flesh. Death for one provides life for many. You got a plant. It's that one that is going to be impossible to distinguish from the other one. Let's not keep those two together. Alright, we're doing it. We're making this plants. Yeah! Bring me a sample of Apis demiscus. And be quick about it. The damn cat is setting off my allergies. Oh, I'm sorry. Does cat hair bother you? Shouldn't have an animal in a shop like this. I can have whatever I want wherever I want, and you can fuck yourself. Apis demiscus is not in my book. A rich man who inherited a fortune but never experienced the love of his parents. There are many in Undermere who would be glad to see the back of him, but with wealth comes power, and few would challenge him to his face. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're gonna kill this guy if we possibly can. It might be an alternate name. Apis demiscus. Oh, Gandhi root. Can aid with digestive properties. The rough leaves can be an irritant. Only the petals are safe for consumption. Yeah, let's give him the rough leaves. The rough leaves can be an irritant. Fuck. Alright. I guess we check every plant here for rough leaves. Soft and feathery to the touch. My fingers ache from handling this plant. God, I would love to give that to you. The leaves are coarse to the touch. This'll probably be it.
Graham, watch out! A poisonous snake!
I would love to. Can I in fact just hand him poison? Which one was the poison? The poison chosen to kill Isidore? My fingers ache from... Okay. That wasn't the correct plant. I tried. You all saw me try. Migdu! The beautiful flowers, made up of many smaller florets, make this a sought-after decorative plant, although it is difficult to care for. Touching the leaves against bare skin will result in painful sores. Hey, is that the thing I've been touching? I don't know. Who can know? Who can possibly know? We can never know anything about plants. That's the message that I'm getting from this game. What's this, anyway? Ah, archive. Okay. Hills to the northeast of Backbarrow. Where is Backbarrow? Hills to the northeast of Backbarrow. That would be this. The weather changes fast out in the hills. What started as a gray morning has turned into bright sunshine. A good thing, too, because it takes me several hours to find what I came for. By the time I'm done, the cloud is sweeping back over, a cloak of unwelcome shade. Alright, we got our very dangerous plant. Keep it secret. Don't worry, no one will know we have plants in the plant store. Lake Undermere's looking fine in the sunshine today. Here's your mail. There's an old slate mine at Hard Knot that has some interesting looking fungi growing in it. Never seen anything like them before. They seem to have found a niche in the dark, damp tunnels left by the tramways. Thought you might be interested. Hard Knot, huh? Nobody say it. No, I will throw you in Lake Undermere. You get to be drowned now. There it is, Hard Knot. An iron gate, rusted by years of abandonment, sits across the entrance to the tram tunnel. Rusted it may be, but it won't budge. Locked. We got some clavalium. Cool. What's up? I'm headed to Grisdale Forest, investigating a possible murder there. Can't say I'm looking forward to it. The Sisterhood are a secretive lot. They're not keen to talk to me. You need some clavalium. Okay. Their leader, the Arata, or whatever they call her, she's dead. My instinct is they're hiding something. I was hoping you might have some fox button that would help me win them over. Push the fox button. Thick, shiny leaves grow in opposing pairs along the stem. I feel like we've seen that. Thick, shiny leaves. I mean, this looks right. That's thick, shiny leaves. You don't happen to know if this also has thick, shiny leaves? Or at least it has leaves that grow opposing pairs along the stem. So we have two possibilities. Need some clavalium. You're right, I probably do. Could be this. Smells of nothing. Could be this, it could be this. Small leaves, delicate flowers. Could also be this. Blue flowers, stiff leaves. Stiff sounds thicker than small. It does. I think it might be this. Nope, wasn't fox button. Delicate. Small leaves, delicate flowers. And smells of... Alright, yeah. That was going to be my next choice. Collect. Brimlock. Those suffering from hypothermia can be rescued by a draught produced using leaves from the brimlock plant. It has a warming effect that protects against extreme cold. When conditions are just right, in the cold of winter, brimlock produces small yellow flowers. The leaves are waxy and tough. Let me chew on the plants, please. Let me chew on the plants. How can I know if they're waxy unless I have them in my mouth? Please, I need to have these plants in my mouth. I was able to make out the whispered voices last night with the help of the St. John's poppy. There's a medium using the room, illegally, I might add, holding midnight seances for gullible grievers. Is there a plant you know of I could use to give them a scare and drive them away? I need my sleep. Harlequin blue! When the bushy blue flower heads die back, they release seeds of a downy pappus which aids in wind dispersal. Once dried and hardened, the stems can be burned as incense. As they burn, they let out high-pitched shrieks, widely believed to be the spirits of dead souls trapped within the plants. Cool! Bushy blue flower heads. These are bushy and blue. Light, airy scent. Wind dispersal, airy. I think this is it. Shimmerlung! The dried stem of the shimmerlung burns brightly and noisily, letting off a near-blinding white-purple light. Flowers grow wrapped in large ridged leaves. Okay, good. Good for them. Kitty. Kitty. You may have heard the rumors our Arda is dead. May Arduino bring her... Arduino? You worship like a system on a chip? The nature of her death is unusual. The Sisterhood does not often look to outside help, but this is beyond our knowledge. If you show my sisters this letter, they will allow you entry to the forest. To be assured of your discretion, we require you use Mary's breath to bind yourself to secrecy. Do I want to investigate your fucking murder? I don't know if I do. I sell plants here, ma'am. Wide, waxy leaves. Okay, wide, waxy leaves. That's all I get. The veined leaves have a waxy finish. This is probably it. Maybe. We have failed in our duty as protectors of the forest. Our secrets have been stolen, and the Arda has been murdered. You will find us deep in Griesdale Forest, a mile from the lakeshore across from Dorver. Please help us. Oh, well, they said please. We'll finish out the day and then head out there. Oh, it's the asshole. I'm this close to reporting you, half-wit. The last plant you gave me has made my skin itch furiously. I'll have your little shop shut down and torn to the ground if you don't make this right. Touching the leaves against bare skin will result in painful sores. My actions could have consequences. My actions could also be very funny. So, think about that when you look to the night sky. Okay, I need Meekdo. Made up of many smaller florets. They're the few of them that are. I think this might be what you're looking for. That wasn't Butterdale or Meekdo. Okay, I'm having a psychotic breakdown. A shiver travels down my spine. My mind is broken. Oh, it's okay. I just put that back together. Alright, let's start with... We gotta make a solid line. That doesn't make a solid line. Okay, let's let's just get everything back in the center, and then we can worry about what line. No. We can't just do that. Alright. At the very least, we do have, like, a puzzle, set of lines in here. Too much dread for the evening? Yeah, I fucked up giving him poison. You would think they'd just be the same things side by side, but they're not. Giving that man poison is never wrong, yeah, but it caused my brain to break. Okay, we gotta start. Now we need the outer line of this circle, which I believe is here. Yeah. And here's where it fades to a dotted line. The breakage gave from me giving him the wrong poison. It's true, it's the wrong poison, Gromit. We've gone wrong. No. No. Like, I did screw that up. That is true, it is my fault, but in my defense... No? Okay. In my defense, it is really hard to tell some of those poisons apart. There we go. I mean flowers. It is really hard to tell some of those flowers apart. No. You know, every time I have a psychotic break, I do have to sit there and rotate shit in my brain until I feel better. So this is very relatable. It's kind of hard for me because I have a lot of trouble, like, mentally picturing things anymore. It's hard for me to, like, see something in my brain. But, eh. Thought so. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. I think it's called Aphantasia. Just saw my go live message. I feel revived. My mind is whole again. Joke's on me, it's my cat. That's okay. I don't care if my cat eats my leaves. Wait, what do you mean day 2? Do I have to start over? No, good. Alright, Meek Dew, made up of many smaller flowers. And it was not this one, I don't think. No, it wasn't this one. It wasn't the blue one. The one that smells pleasant. It's not this. Not Meek Dew. Maybe this is Meek Dew. Let's go with the maybe. Said maybe this is gonna kill your dumb ass. Yes, good. Meek Dew. Storian, the dark red fruit should not be ingested under any circumstances. Particularly not the one you're thinking of. They are highly poisonous, resulting in insanity and then death. A cross-section of the stem shows the distinctive triple xylem and folium of the Storion. Alright, Greasedale Forest, a mile from the lakeshore. Now I'm gonna go see the ladies. The witch ladies. Yes. You will find us in Greasdale Forest, a mile from the lakeshore, across from Torver. Okay, here's Torver. Mile from the lakeshore. So one of these two squares. Gonna say here. A sister tries to stop me from entering, but I show her the letter and she lets me through. I am ushered into a walled courtyard and then through a large oak door, along a corridor, and down a set of stone stairs, into a cool basement. Lying on a table, draped in silk, is the Arda. There is not a mark on her, but her open eyes are black, her mouth, her veins, her hair, all black as a raven's wing. Do you know what could do this? Asked my escort. I set to work. The long leaves of the wren are known to turn black in the presence of certain poisons and can be used to detect them. Has no flower. Has a scent that scratches at the back of my throat. I'm gonna say it's this. I extract a sample of the artist's blood and introduce it to the wren, and my suspicions are instantly confirmed. The leaves of the wren turn black, which can only mean one thing: gilded dendra poisoning. Upon presenting my findings, I am rushed away quickly. The sisters do not want me hanging around, it seems. They do, however, send me on my way with a couple of plants, which I am grateful for. We got information about gray sandfire. We got a couple of plants. I identified what a wren is. Alright, and you're right, I also needed some lockbreaker plant. Some clovalium. Heart-shaped leaves. Fortunately, we are not running out of plants to identify at all. Smooth, waxy leaves. Are these heart-shaped? I don't think they are. Not unless your heart is fucked up. No. No. Probably not. No, but that looks interesting. Butter. Where are my labels at? Where are my fucking labels? Up at the upper left. Oh. Hold on. Butterdale. Not butternut. That's a squash. Strawberry dipped in honey. What am I looking for again? Heart-shaped leaves. This could be it, actually. Clavellilium. Let's go back to the mines. Is there a way to bring plants with us? Or do I just have to use it when we get there? I guess. The mines! They were... somewhere. To the left between the two lakes. Hard knot, right. Clavalium. What did I think that was? This. The gate swings open slowly, complaining loudly on its rusty hinges. After a short exploration of the tunnel, I am rewarded with Aguaria, which enhances your psychic abilities. Cool. And I got 3 new plants. They are all different kinds of mushroom, which is great. Alright. The next day. We're just zipping through this. We'll be done in an hour. The book both fascinated and terrified her in equal measure. And after studying it for some time, she reached a decision. She would never use the power she had discovered. She would hide the book where it could never be found. There is no never be found. I'm sorry. Alright, we have a destination. That's nice. It's nice that we're having psychic visions about where to find new plants. Oh, that's a clue. It's not a letter. I'm looking for a plant, a lady, a what's it something or other. I'm no green-eyed dare, that's for sure. My mind isn't at all what it used to be. It's the one that's supposed to help with mental decline. Okay, Lady of Summer. Don't worry, sir. I too am an idiot most of the time. The leaves curl round delightfully, combined with an attractive flower and a hardy nature. My fingers ache. No, probably not. I am no green-eyed dared. Sounds like a YouTube poop line. Please don't poop on my YouTube. Blue flowers, stiff leaves, no. A single pink flower that smells pleasant. Do the leaves curl delightfully? I think the leaves curl delightfully on this. I'm gonna give him this. Okay, we found it. That's the Lady of Summer. Cool. Bennett. Chewing the tough root of this plant is said to ease gastric distress and reduce anxiety. Well, shit, I ought to be eating Fenix for lunch. Kitty. Mail call! They're saying the artist's been killed. I know a lot of people don't trust that sisterhood, but it seemed to me the art always looked out for the less fortunate. The cold is too much to bear beyond the gap. I was forced to turn back. I would advise against it, but if you are determined to explore Great Gable, be sure to take precautions. Knowing you, I'm sure you'll have a plant up your sleeve that can keep you warm should the weather turn against you. Yeah, there's that one that you make tea out of. That one that you make tea out of. I know what it is. I just don't know what it is. Brimlock. Yeah. Me, Brimlock, protect you from cold! This plant is cursed. It has brought me nothing but sorrow. Please take it. I want nothing more to do with it. Aw, thank you. A cursed plant. It's very thoughtful. Always a pleasure, my feline friend. Oh, you're just here to see the cat. I hope he hasn't been nibbling the plants again. No, he does that. Can I water the cat? You owe me for the hours I spent digging out the information on those plants. I've been burning the midnight impossible to fucking read because my fucking head's in the way. Is this how you guys feel? Midnight oil again and could use some common trouse, and I know where to find it. According to Grayson's herbology, it grows in abundance on red pike. I'll come by the day after tomorrow to collect it. Here, take this. Common trouse. Okay. On the slopes of red pike. Well, let's go get that. I enjoy a pleasant stroll up the fell. The going is easy, the weather agreeable, and the views majestic. I do not have to look hard to find what I am after. Okay, we literally just found out what that's called. It is not the common trousers. John Pertwee! When you work with the occult, I find it pays to uphold a certain image. If you're gonna be accused of performing witchcraft anyway, it doesn't hurt to put on a bit of a show now and then. Let the punters know what I'm capable of, sort of thing. Long story short, I may have threatened to turn a small boy into a toad, and the little bugger called my bluff. Don't look at me like that. You know what little boys are like. I can assure you he deserves to be turned into a toad. Anyway, I think a little display is needed to discourage this sort of behavior in the future. Have you got any shimmerlung? Potentially. Oh yeah, I got this. I don't know where it is, but I think I got it. Is it this shit? No. It's one of these fucking things. Hold on. I think. Like, I thought we had some. It's definitely not this. This looks really familiar. But... Oh, right, you can't go by the pictures. You have to look at each one and it'll say, you know... Smells bad. Gives off a small amount of light. Burns brightly and noisily. I'm sure we saw that. Where the fuck was it? Is it actually this? Wood smoke smells like glass paper. Flowers grow in large ridged leaves. That... I'm not hallucinating. It was on our shelves. Maybe we've... I don't think we've already identified it. No. Okay, well... maybe I'm wrong. What happens if I don't have it? Actually, hold on. We do have a clue. North of Hawkshead, east of Lowick, west of Rutland, south of Crinkle Crags. Okay, here's Crinkle Crags. So, south of Crinkle Crags. East of Lowick. North of Hawkshead. West of Ruthland. So we're down into this row, I think. I think it's like right here. It would have to be. My eyes are drawn to the silhouette of a grizzled old man standing on the edge of a field. His mind is broken, seemingly beyond repair. Vacant eyes fixate on nothing, a whisper of an expression as my gaze sweeps his face. But only a whisper. He raises his arm, points. I follow his outstretched finger, and am surprised to find a cluster of wildflowers growing there, hidden from view. We got a couple new plants, neither of which are anything like what we want. Dicky poop butts. Let's water some flowers. We still have that letter we can follow up on. I'm waiting for one of these to be like, don't water this, ever. Alright, give me the letter. Explore Great Gable, take precautions, have a plant up your sleeve. Do I in fact have a plant up my sleeve? Leaves are waxy and tough. Looks like this. Smooth, waxy leaves. Okay, it's this, I think. So we're going to Great Gable. Anne of Great Gables. After several hours of arduous hiking and scrambling, I am still some distance from the summit. I am freezing cold and ready to head home. I should do the sensible thing and turn back down the mountain, unless I choose to be an idiot and eat a plant. Eat a plant. Sunset Mount Cap, a type of fungus with domed caps, sometimes called stinking Mount Cap. I push on, no longer feeling the cold, and am presently rewarded with a new plant that I don't know what it is. Honestly, all I can think to do is give her this and hope. But I don't think this is actually the right plant. No, it's not. I don't get it. I swear I saw Shimmerlung, or something that meets the description of Shimmerlung. But I can't find it on the shelf now. I actually think this might be Gray Sandfire. But I'm probably wrong on that. Like, I swear. No, that's the berries. Is it just squeezed between two others that I can't... Yeah, this has gotta be, Wait, have I not identified... I have identified Butterdale, but not for the book. I have not used Butterdale. I'm pretty sure this one's Gray Sandfire. I'm gonna mark it as such. But yeah, I can't find Shimmerlung. And there doesn't appear to be a say no button. So, I feel a little bit stuck. No, it's gotta be here. It has to be here. So, let's just examine each and every one. Here it is, I think. Here it is. Grow wrapped in large rib leaf. Yeah, this is it. Okay. I'm just dumb. It's cool. Candlewood provides a red flower that produces a shielding effect. Okay. Isn't it nice to have like a nice row of cataloged bullshit? Thank you. I needed that. Sorry if I'm shouting. I'm a little hard of hearing. I'm looking for a plant that can supposedly help me hear better, but I've forgotten what it's called. I remember it's bright red, though. A hearing plant. Psychic. Draws light. Shielding. Soporific. Digestive troubles. Kills you. Memory. Heart. Invisibility. Baron Von Asshole hasn't been back. Hopefully you killed him. We can but hope. Highly poisonous. Don't give him that. Thought to deter unwanted souls. Wait, hearing ability. St. John's Poppy. Oh, okay. Yeah, we've got that. End of day. I'm very curious about this coin. It feels like it ought to go somewhere. But not here, I guess. Well, maybe it'll be obvious later. Oh, my cat ate this card. Time passed, a year, then another. The book remained hidden, but out of sight did not mean out of mind. The book was what her thoughts settled on when she rested, what she brooded over when she did her chores, what she pictured when she dreamed. My cat ate my psychic vision card. Hey, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. What's this? Hmm. Okay, well. Think you get the Eaton card. One second. Eh. Is there somewhere on the coastline it lines up with? Thoughts? Yeah, hit me up. Try making the top row all up top, all that flour. I don't feel like this. I think we need, I think we just need more of the code. We need more of these scraps from somewhere. I wish I could, put this under the microscope. Anyway, yeah, well, honestly, it looks like if it's gonna be the coastline, fucking perfect. There we go. It would be either Blackcomb or just off Blackcomb, I think. And I think it's just off Blackcomb. Let's check that out. The gentle sound of flowing water, the sunlight through scattered clouds. A reset. New plants acquired. Alright, cool. Good thought there. I wondered about the coastline, but I wasn't 100% sure. Anyway, we got a shop to run. The Fox button was no help, I'm afraid. The Sisterhood still refused to speak openly with me. Not that I have the time to pursue it properly. I've rushed off my feet this week. There's been a body found up at the Swinside Stone Circle, and apparently it's a grisly one. Don't suppose you've got anything to help keep my lunch down. My stomach's never coped too well with the grisly ones. I think this is the thing you want. Yep. Witch fig, a plant that is said to have many uses, including easing the symptoms of infection, soaking up moisture, and detecting the presence of certain compounds. It is also well liked by butterflies. It has similar leaves to the fever kiss plant, which it is often confused with. Kitty. Morning. Verona Green handed me this for you. She seemed in a good mood. I meant to tell you this yesterday, but it slipped my mind. I discovered a plant on a recent trip to Grisdale Forest, just northeast of Rusland. It was like nothing I'd seen before. I would have brought it back with me if the Sisterhood had given me a moment alone, but they seem overly protective lately. Grisdale Forest, northeast of Rusland. So, like here. From the moment I step off the road, I can't shake the feeling I'm being watched. Suddenly I find my way blocked by 3 women, wearing green cloaks and holding short elm bows. Bows? Okay. No one may wander freely through the forest by order of the Arda, says the leader of the trio. I turn to walk back, but then again I have a few tricks up my sleeve. Mellow glow can help a person pass unnoticed. It has sharp thorns. I think that's this shit. I think. Was there another that mentioned sharp thorns? I think it's this one. That wasn't mellow glow. Well, that's fine. I'll just have another psychotic break. It may be Tuesday. Turquoise flower, sharp thorns. With the help of the mellow glow, I walk right past the sisters without them paying me any heed. I collect the plant Verona talked about and take my leave. We got a book entry for Caballia. And a new plant. More importantly, we've identified mellow glow. I am afraid. The camphor you gave me is helping me sleep, and I'm very grateful for it, but the visions are as strong as ever. The woman in the jade mask appears in my dreams every night. She screams at me, but I do not know why, and behind her that presence is always there, dark and dreadful. I don't know what to do. The dreams feel like a warning I don't understand. A mosaic of color that refuses to come into focus. Some part of me wants to stare down the abyss, but I'm afraid. Aguaria or Candlewood? What do we have? Strengthens the clarity of visions. Or... produces a shielding effect. I think you should... Shit. So I've been playing this entire game in silence. Except not really, I just forgot to add the thing. It's a good soundtrack, Ron. Anyway. We can either shield her from her visions or strengthen them up. I'm personally of the opinion that if somebody is screaming at you while you sleep, you probably ought to know why. So I'm inclined to give her these. Let's strengthen those visions up. Worry Less. Worry Less is an aptly named plant. Eases the symptoms of anxiety. Here, snort this plant. It will make you less panic. That's called cocaine. Well, no, cocaine makes you more panic. Never mind. Anyway, kitty. Get vibrated by kitty. We don't come to Undermere often, but I heard about your shop and I said to Francis we simply must pay a visit. It's a wonderful breath of life in an otherwise dreary town. I'm the green-fingered one, and it's not really his cup of tea, but I persuaded him the trip would do him good. Besides, he'll be wanting to take a boat out on the lake. Shame about the awful weather, though. You must come to see this. We have a small library with some books on plants my grandfather acquired many years ago. I'm sure they will be of interest to a horticulturist such as yourself. Your face is shaped like a vase. There's a reason I shouldn't talk to customers. I'm not really a customer service person. You are cordially invited to the castle by Lord and Lady Elspeth. Shit, let's fucking go! Castle! Where is his... Take me down to Sisberg Castle where the grass is something and the names are a hassle. I am greeted enthusiastically by Lady Elspeth herself. She is very talkative and has many questions on horticulture that I do my best to answer as she takes me on a tour of the gardens. Oh, you must take a sample of this back with you, she exclaims, pointing out a plant I do not recognize. And before I can stop to take a look, she's already whisked me on to the next. And this one too, she says. I am quite exhausted by the time we make it to the library and don't have time to make a thorough study as I would like. I am able to find an interesting entry that I note down. Don't forget these, Lady Elspeth cries as I make to leave. She thrusts the plants from my gardens into her hands, and I thank her warmly. Alright, we got Fever Kiss, which provides an energy boost that lasts several hours. Hey, we found like 8-hour energy. The plant. It's just a guara leaf. Oh shit, okay, hold on. The plants we know are starting to encroach on the plants we don't know. Tag. Okay, cool. Alright, good. We're fine. Already checked. Archive these. Don't archive this. Were these there before that one day? I don't remember them. Mushroom! Red spores! Moves in the dark, that's all I've got. Any ideas? Yeah, actually. There was one that got up and walked around. It got up, and it danced away. Yeah, that was the wandering butt. Wait. Red spores? Red spores. Kitty. The same Blackcomb is haunted now. Awesome. Bradley Miller told me he saw the ghost of a huge deer, and antlers and all. But Bradley Miller also says he can talk to squirrels. Maybe you ought to listen to Bradley Miller. Either way, there's something evil in them hills, and I'm not taking any chances. Awful what happened to that poor young man up at Swinstead. I've come for some stinking Mount Cap. Type of fungus with dome caps. What's less likely, being able to talk to squirrels or being able to talk to dragons? That reminds me of like a meme that was going around Tumblr a little while. Like, if you hear your doorbell ring, which is least likely? That it would be a walrus or that it would be a fairy? And there are people who are saying that it's more likely that a fairy would be able to ring your doorbell, even if it's less likely that they exist. And there are people that are saying that a walrus actually exists, so it would be the least surprising one to find on your doorstep. I'm with the fairies. Like, I think a fairy could ring my doorbell, but, like, if I saw a walrus at my doorstep, I would be really surprised, because it's fucking hot out there. And I have to come from, like, the Arctic Circle. Keeps escaping his enclosure and going through a stroll through the neighborhood. Is that Neil? The fruit of the henchuck can have startling effects on memory. Even a small dose can result in short-term memory loss, but in larger amounts it has been known to cause severe amnesia. Do you suffer from long-term memory loss? I can't remember. Do you... Damn. She lives alone in the castle to the northwest of the abbey. She buried her husband 3 miles to the east where the Everhart grows. Everhart, okay. At 15, her mother, strong, dependable, loving, was struck down by typhoid. The girl drew inward as her father turned to drink. Okay, so. You're beginning to believe each square is a square mile. That would make sense. Kitty. 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 Touch Kitty. What have you done to me? I see the woman in the jade mask everywhere. And that creature that stands over her shoulder, I almost feel like I can sense its desires. It is afraid of the sisterhood, that much is clear. It will lay waste to them. So much death, but it can be avoided with Arduino's protection. I do not know if I am awake or asleep even now. I feel the darkness tearing at my mind. That's okay, have an antidepressant. You'll feel better. Nope, that's the berries. Maybe I shouldn't have given her the psychic arrow. I'm fine. Don't worry about it, I'm fine. No noticeable odor. Small yellow berries. Well, that goes with the small red berries then, doesn't it? My hand hurts from handling this plant. Stop touching the fucking leaves then, dipshit! No. No. The leaves seem to have a mind of their own. Cool. Hey, this plant won't help you, but check it out. Orange fruits. Berries. Berries. Smells like rhubarb.
Are you ready to make some bad choices?
Sometimes you need to let the darkness tear at your mind for a bit. It's fine. It's fine. It's literally fine. Thank you for this giving me money. It's appreciated. It has a sweet scent like strawberry dipped in honey. Well, I want to eat this plant, but... more fruits and leaves? None of these are talking about the smell. And I feel like the smell would be an important part of identifying this plant that makes you feel better when you smell it. Like, the only one that's talked about the smell is this one. Thought I had one earlier that said something about anxiety. Unpleasant. That's a mushroom. They smell wonderful! I'm gonna guess it's this one. Yes. Hop heart. Inhaling smoke from burning the dried leaves of this plant can provide pain relief. The aspirin of its time. Unless that's, you know, aspirin. Yeah, worry less. Doesn't it feel good to worry less? You know what? Let's put the mushrooms on this shelf. Hold on. This is mushroom land. This is where the mushrooms grow. No other plant may encroach on mushroom land. All other plants fuck off. Okay. Things described in the most unhelpful way possible, yes. The other shelf is for the badgers, and we have one drawer for the snake. I met a strange man on the road to Sedberg not 2 days ago. Stranger still, he asked after you. He said he had something for you, don't ask me what. So I told him where to find you, but he looked stricken when I mentioned Undermere. Said he doesn't come near towns at all if he can help it. He was headed west, at least I think he was. He said he was looking for the Winster Spring. I'll write this down for you. Anyway, that's my news. Did you manage to find the plant I wanted? Yeah. You wanted some common trousers. Possibly near to the source of the River Winster. Let's get out there. River Winster. Near the source. Okay. He was headed west of Sedberg. So here's the River Winster, I think. And he was headed west of Sedberg. Maybe... I wonder if he made it. Oh well, let's go. Why did I come here? Nope. So he's somewhere between here and here? That's a lot of fucking space. Is the source the mouth or the other end? That's a good question. It could be right here. Doesn't it feel good to worry less? You're right, it could be the... I usually think of the source. You know, I'm wrong, actually. I usually think of the source as like down there, but you're right. The source is where it starts, so it's like here.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Not now, Kelly. I'm trying to figure out how rivers work. There are more important things I could be doing back at the shop. Okay, well. No! It's over here. Fucker. Mother. Okay. Nope. We're doing it again. At least I'm not accumulating dread from this. That would be mean. Why mention Sedberg at all? To give me an idea of where to start looking, I think. Like, these are Morrowind-style directions. You gotta have reference points on the map. Otherwise, you're just gonna be squinting at little numbers all day. Alright, Sedberg. That's the River Gulpin. Here. This should be the source. The Hermit's Camp is easy to find. Citation needed, bitch tits. Ahem. Nestled between two boulders above the spring. The cooled remains of a fire ringed by stones is the only immediate sign that anyone was here. I call out, but there's no reply. A more thorough search of the campsite yields something interesting. Tucked off to one side, I discover some broken pieces of wood arranged on the floor. Down 2 to 3. Down 2, east 3. So... 1, 2, east, 1, 2, 3. Alright, so just to the southeast of Third Castle. Do, 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 do.
Ice is frozen water.
Gotta water myself too, yes. Sprinkle water all over the shop. Alright, so right about here, I think we agreed. I must return to the shop. Oh, right. We have to return to the shop before we can leave the shop. So right here. Down 2 over 3. Yeah, this looks like it. A camp at the Winster Spring has led me to another camp of sorts where I'm greeted by an eccentric man. Oh, yes, yes! Ho, 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 ho! You must take this! Take it, take it! At his insistence, I retrieve the looking glass that he thrusts into my hands. He places an envelope directly on top. Ho, ho! It's no use to me anymore! Ho, ho! No use! Don't forget the red, the red, the red, the red! Ho, ho! A Bonnie! I am sure he is quite mad. You don't fucking say! I think I could have come to this conclusion on my own. It is said the red Abani plant has the property of uncovering that which is hidden or secret. I have perfected a device designed to use extract from the plante in concerte with a viewing window, in order to prevent the music to seem magic, otherwise invisible to the naked eye. Well, I'm not seeing any magic. But let's see if we can find any. Let's see if we have any red abonne. I don't think we do. Let's stare at the shimmer leaf. I think I need to gas it up, actually. Like, I need to actually fill the plant chamber with extract of thingamy. Or whatever. This is a very technical fucking thing we're doing here. What is this? Well, this is red. What can it hurt? No, not the right plant. What can it hurt? It can hurt me. Ow. Oh no. Ow. Well, anyway, when we find out what the red abonne is, we'll stick it in the thing. I am not long for this world, and I have decided to be buried in a grave decorated with a rare and beautiful Caballia, like a Drare huntsman with their Duranthium-covered tombs. Okay, man. Almost always contain 6 petals. Do we have a color? Do we have, like, anything? No? Cool, great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who knows? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Definitely not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. This could be it. Caballia! Eyebright! Take care not to touch its thorns. They contain a small amount of venom that will cause a severe pain for several days. Kitty. Your reputation is growing, horticulturalist. I hear you are the person to come to for plants that are difficult to acquire. My head feels like it's being torn in two lately. I'm looking for some hop art. Hey, you're that lady who's been haunting that other lady's dreams. Could you, like, stop? She's getting pissy. Okay, well. Hop art. Inhaling smoke from burning the leaves. Firm leaves leading to blue flowers. She wants a hot pocket, so do I. Blue flowers, stiff leaves. We got a fucking match. Okay, I got you some pot. Copper Caledonian has a rejuvenation effect. It is a curse, not a blessing. You will appear younger, but you will quickly become more frail and bitter. I don't think I read that right. More frail and brittle. Okay, not bitter. I'm sorry, I got confused for me. Reuben Ward has called on my unique expertise stated in his investigation at the Swinside Stone Circle. Unique expertise. Ha! He knows how to flatter an old woman when he wants something. I thought about telling him to suck an egg. Gave it a good hard thought, actually. My curiosity has got the better of me. He must be desperate if he's coming to me, and I bet they found something juicy down there. Signs of ritual sacrifice, maybe. I could do with some witch fig to take with me. Always comes in useful. Witch fig. Ooh. Every day we're out there eating witch fig. Woo. No. A plant that is said to have many uses, including easing symptoms of infection, soaking up moisture, has similar leaves to the fever kiss plant. Which I don't have any description of. Witch fig. You know what, Verona? I did have a description of fever kiss, do I? Oh, I must have missed it. The red berries provide an energy boost that lasts several hours. That would be this. I'm like 90% sure this is fever kiss. So I'm just gonna go ahead and label this. I don't think that one goes on the solved shelves. Something with leaves like the fever kiss, like this thing that I have here. So, yeah, maybe, here. That's witch fig. Jacob's Worth. They had an entire movie about that. It was depressing. People tend to be drawn to the unusual flowers of the Jacob's Worth, but it is the leaves that have the most interesting properties. It is said they will point the way towards any person you wish to locate. That's really useful and handy. Can it point the way to, like, my lost watch? Do I want to try to run this down? This one's solved. The red Abani plant. We haven't got that yet. Is my watch a person? No. But I do watch people. 3 miles to the east, where the Everhart grows. Well, there's Calder Abbey. Alone in the castle, she buried her husband to 3 miles to the east. A dead tree, its bark cracked and blackened by fire, stands alone on the hillside. A patch of flowers grows on a low mound. Yeah, they're definitely encroaching new plants on my plant shelf. It's Blotchy! I am on my way to the mayor's office to file an official request that your business license be revoked. You will practice your witchcraft on the residents of Undermere no longer. Do you have anything to say for yourself? Storian or Henchunk? Henchman. Alright, what can we do to this motherfucker? Storian is kill him. Henchuk is erase his memory. Well, I say we just straight up fucking murder this man. These dark red fruits should not be ingested under any circumstances. Dark red. Those are orange. This looks right. Do not take threats lightly. I just like killing people. Royal Gentia. Sometimes called Everhart. Okay. The pink flowers of the Royal Gentia are made up of 2 large kidney-shaped pebbles. One of the few known ways to release the bind of Swift Snare is to apply a paste created from the sap of the Royal Gentia. Okay. Anyway, he's dead now. Don't fuck with the botanists! Him. Kitty. The old man of Coniston looks out across the lake with blind eyes. His mind wanders with the current floating gently southward to the fork. Not long after, the girl left home. Her father wept, but he was so caught up in his own grief, he let her go and did not look for her. Are people who make robots botanists? I don't think so. I think botanists are people who are really fascinated with the Reaper girl from Yu Yu Hakusho. Oh, okay, that's just the game logo. Is there a signature on the desk underneath it? You got that? Congratulations. It's Science Grade Horticulture. Yeah, I mean like down here. There's marks on the desk that look like someone wrote something. I'm just not convinced that it's something you're actually supposed to pay attention to. Good morning. I'm looking into the disappearance of Isidore Burbage. Maybe this time he went too far. I could count on one hand the list of people who don't hate his guts. Got a witness says he came in here yesterday evening. You don't mind if I take a look around? By all means, officer. Look at my fantastic collection of plants. We may have to kill him too. The insects make the salt marshes uninhabitable. People stay away and not much grows there, but I know where to find an unusual plant. I have drawn you a map in case you decide it's worth your time. Thanks, ma'am. You're very enthusiastic. I think it's... No, you're right. I think it's right down here. Maybe? How much trouble are we in with the cops looking at a dead asshole now? I don't know. If the cops try to get me, I'll kill them too. All the way west. You mean like over here? Yeah, could be. Okay. Look, if you don't want murder, don't turn into the stream where I murder. Don't tune into the stream where I murder people, which is every stream. Kill people every day. Okay, that's just Mortal Kombat, though. You're supposed to kill people in Mortal Kombat. Well, I couldn't find anything, but do let me know if you remember anything unusual. I did give him a plant that kills people. If that helps, officer. It's not my fault if he swallowed it. My plants are for display purposes only. Thank you for your help and discretion earlier. The Sisterhood is grateful, but the news that the Arda was poisoned with gilded dendra has everyone worried. The temporary acting Arda is panicking. I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but one of the sisters has gone missing, a runaway called Thea we took in a few years ago. We're trying to find her, and Sister Charlotte remembered the Jacobsworth plant is said to help locate people. Now see, unlike killing Mr. Dickerly McFuckerson, I'm having a mild ethical issue with this one, like... On the other hand, it's a murder case and one of the sisters has mysteriously disappeared. She could be dead, she could be the suspect. Yeah, I think I'll actually participate in this. Jacobsworth, alright. Also, I don't have an alternate... Well, yes, that's true. Thou must. Tend to be drawn to the unusual flowers of the Jacobsworth, but it is the leaves that matter. Alright. Unusual flowers. That could be... Well, no. That does rule out the mushrooms. The leaves seem to have a mind of their own. I think it's this. Yep. Also known, alarmingly, as Hell's Gate, and sometimes Scalaman's Thorn. And Vagurmis Infernium. The flowers of the plant are used in witchcraft and other satanic practices. Hey, not all witchcraft is satanic. Many sweet-smelling flowers grow along the stem. Not all Satanism is witchcraft. Like, that's a very broad brush you're painting with. Sometimes Satanism can be serial killings. I only killed one person so far. Southwards to the Fork, near Lake Coniston. There aren't that many lakes. The Old Man, southwest to the Fork. So down here. The heavens open up as I reach the fork. I take a moment to pause and listen to the sound of water on water. On water, on water, on water, 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 on water, on water, water, water. I'm soaked through, but my spirits are high as I return home. I am not empty-handed. 2 new plants today. No, this is a mushroom shelf. Okay. I read about a wonderful sounding ornamental plant, but my book didn't say what it was called or where to find it. It has curled leaves and a dark blue flower? I'm not going to kill this poor woman. It's probably this. Dark blue, dark blue. Well, I mean... This feels like schmuck bait. This feels like you're supposed to hand her this. And she dies. What was the one that had visibly... Oh yeah, the visibly curly leaves. I keep forgetting that these plants exist. The lemon dandy? Is that an ornamental? I want to make sure this doesn't have any ill effects. The dark blue one. Forest camphor? Oh, Lady of Summer. Lady of Summer, I adore you. Yeah, okay. Lady of Summer, I can smell you. We've had our eye on you for some time now. Join us, praise the Dendro. I represent a group called the Seeds of Redemption. Your expertise would be very useful to us, and we have much to offer you in return. Let us know we can count on you by leaving a single St. John's poppy flower outside the Sadville Church before Friday. Do not make the mistake of ignoring us, praise the Dendro. Oh shit, I'm being recruited by a cult! Oh, do I want to get recruited by a cult? Oh man, do I? I don't know. There's a lot of, like, oversight and rules and shit in a cult. Like, they'll want me to do things. Man, I don't want to do things. Get recruited by the cult, and if they piss you off, poison them all. Join dragon cults instead. Not an option, unfortunately. Anyway, you can tell that these guys are probably evil. Because, like, everything on the Dendro entry is all like, this shit kills the fuck out of you. Yeah. Your lips and veins will turn black. This will probably kill... Oh, that's a Dendra. I mean, what's the difference? Dendru, Dendra, it's probably the same thing. Anyway, we'll see. It is Wednesday. I have until Friday to decide. Kitty. What would you do, Kitty? Would you join the cult and kill them all? That's right, Kitty. Kill them all. Good Kitty. Wonder if these guys poisoned the other group's leader. Probably. I have returned from Swinford. I must admit I was hoping for more to go on, but there were certainly signs of a ritual having been performed at the stone circle. And the poor victim, well, the less said about him, the better. Reuben hit it right, though. Grizzly. I have the beginnings of a theory, but I'd like to run some tests on a sample of the gilded dendra. Oh. Shit, the thing I was just looking up. Is it this thing that makes my fingers hurt? Probably. Like, this is my only suspect. Yeah. Maiden Sorrow. Cool. There's a lot of plants in this game. My aunt died 2 weeks ago when I inherited her house. I've been sifting through possessions, and last night I found something unusual. In a forgotten corner of the attic, I found a coffin! More unusual still, it was bound by strong vines, so strong I cannot cut through them. I immediately thought of your shop. You know about plants, right? Yeah, have some royal genitals. I know we brought some home with us. Did we not mark it? Okay. Sometimes called Everheart. Okay. Elderfinium can be brewed to create an antidote to Dendra's miasma. We found the antidote! Anybody else gets poisoned, we can save their life if we get some of this plant. Alright. I'm gonna go out to here. Which we all agreed is on this coast. Probably in this forest square, I think? Or is that too far north? It's one of these two squares, I think. I think. Ooh, no, it's up here, isn't it? Because this Wabley line is the line of the swamp. Probably. So it's like F2. I think. This is hard to interpret, but I think I'm correct. The air is thick with flying, biting insects, an unbearable plague. I fight against it for mere moments before I'm overwhelmed. If only I had some blue winter. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Winter boar. Oh. I do maybe know what the fuck that is. Blue aloe. The rubbery leaves make an effective skin repellent. Insect repellent. No. Probably not. I don't think I have any. Unless... No, I don't... It's not checked off. What plant did I get? What's next to the rubbery leaves? It looks like a daisy. I mean, yeah, I just don't think any of these are it. Wait? Let's try this. Okay. Never mind. Duranthium, a plant with powerful mind-altering abilities. Those who inhale smoke elevate their awareness to levels otherwise unachievable. This shit gets you super high. Okay, cool. What did we get? A red thing with spikes on it. Where did it go? Right here. Those thorns look menacing. I'm staying well clear of them. What do we need to power the thing? The red ebony. Could this be the correct plant? No. I still don't know what the correct plant is. I'm gonna try these mushrooms. No. Alright, let's end the day. "5 miles south of the tallest but one, it grows in peace in the midday sun." Before she left, she returned to her hiding place and carefully retrieved the book, her excitement building as she did. She couldn't articulate what was so alluring to her about the book, but by now, it had become an obsession. Alright, we are at the 2:20 mark. I think I'm gonna go ahead and... I have absolutely no idea how to save the game. Your progress is saved on... Okay, I missed that. Alright, so, that is strange horticulture. That's a very interesting game. I don't know how interesting it is to watch, but I do know that it's very interesting to play. I constantly feel like I'm running on the edge of exactly too little information, but I am, you know, running on the edge of it. I suppose next time, when we come back on Sunday, I get to decide whether I want to join a cult or not. And real talk, it kind of depends on what the tone of the story is. Like, if this is a good game, if I tell it I want to join the cult and I want to try to make things more miserable and whatnot, it's going to give me kind of a bittersweet ending where, like, people die or whatever, but maybe I rise to power, or maybe I destroy my life in the pursuit of power. It depends on how reactive the game is to, like, the player choices, and I'm very curious about that. On the other hand, if we want the tone of the story to be lighter, presumably I battle against the cult and, like, uproot their support, or who knows. And I don't know yet which story I want to tell. I don't know if this is a game that has multiple endings, even. So... Rowan, you've seen this before. Does this game have multiple endings? And if so, do you know how many? Curious about how things are going to turn out, and there's an actual consequence in the form of investigations. That's true. Yep. Okay, well, that helps. Thank you. Yeah. I don't know. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out a lot of stuff, I think. There are definitely multiple paths. There are a few major endings and a bunch of possible variations. Interesting. That's fantastic, actually. I'm looking forward to finding out what happens. I'm looking forward to seeing if I go to jail for murder. It will have been worth it. There's just one thing I have to do real quick. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So, good night, and I'll see you all tomorrow. He died. That's better than crazy. I mean, you can live with memory loss, I guess. Mostly. Maybe. Some. The more trouble I get in with the cops. To be fair, it's just been the one guy, and he's been like, yeah, this dude had a ton of enemies. About all we have is he came into this shop. If you remember anything, let me know. The death was the one that did make me go crazy. Look. All play and no food makes Sizey something something. So I'm gonna go, eat something. Good night. It does make Sizey hungry.